All right, it has been a long time. We got the old Labrador. Where's the other one? Really? Oh man, that's the way to start a video. Just spin people around. Been a while since my last video. Gosh, I hate it when people say that, but it's true. It's been 2 months, so and a whole bunch of stuff has happened. Um, I still should have been filming, but it's been crazy. So, but anyways, I want to talk about what's happened the past 2 months and where I'm at now and where we're going. I'm a little puffier than the last video. So things have gone off the rails a bit on my weight loss goals, but we are going to get back on them. But right now, it's first thing in the morning. You can see we got a bright morning sun, but I am gonna do some shooting. This is my bow. If you see this little stabilizer, I normally have two big stabilizers, front and back. But from here on out, I just finished an elk hunt, which I'm gonna do a full video on because it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of shooting, hunting, and blinds, and so I want to get a smaller stabilizer so I get the blinds better. Let the chickens out. Come on, chickies. And this house is where I live now, which is one of my updates, so we got to talk about that. But sorry for all the crazy camera-ness. I got a weird tripod. We just moved. Most of my stuff is in storage, but so yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I need to practice with this stabilizer. Besides just practicing a normal, they go out fast. But yeah, we're gonna shoot all of our pins 20 through 60, see where we're at. Well, that is a good 40-yard group, not a good 20-yard group. So I should be stacking them at 20 yards. That was, the stabilizer does make a difference. So this is why I'm practicing this, so I can do it. All three of those are kill shots at 20 yards, but not as tight as we want them, So let's back up to 30, see what we got. All right. 30, not terrible. Moses, come here. That's not our property over there. 30's not bad, I'm still a beginner, so I'm still learning. But what was interesting about that smaller stabilizer, I'm trying with my good stabilizers to hold and then squeeze the trigger, find a good hold, squeeze, let the bow surprise me just like a rifle shot. With that little stabilizer, I kind of had to punch it to get that group, just because I'm floating so much, and so I have a big float pattern. But I'm a beginner. I've been shooting for probably consistently for a year, a little over a year. Has it been 2 years? Man, I don't know. My track of time is terrible. But I've had a bow. I first started shooting probably 10 years ago, shot for a few months, and then traded my bow for a shotgun. So I would definitely say I'm in the beginner category. But 30 yards, all good kill shots. Let's check out 40, and I don't know if we're going 50, 60 today. Just because of time, I want to get some stuff going. So let's do 40 though. all dead deer. You know, whitetail, depending on where I was holding that, those low ones, yeah, it's dead. But yeah, it's not bad. I need practice with that stabilizer. It's a lot different. So you know, my bow's lighter, moves around a lot. Moses, come here, Moses. Not you. That's not your property. Come here. But yeah, let's get into let's talk about everything that's been happening. All right, so I think last we checked, we were getting Moses in shape, which he is actually, since we moved out here, he's doing pretty good, because one of the guys whose property this is has a couple boys, and they throw the ball constantly for him, so he's having to get into shape because of those boys. But and he gets to run around when I'm doing archery a little bit more, that kind of stuff. He's doing good. So man, I'm trying to think of where we even left off, but I don't know what weight I was in, but you can check the last video. I got down to 234, and but last we were at, I was let me think. All right, last we were at, I was starting a marathon training schedule, a 16-week training block. So I started that. Week 1 went really good, and then I can't remember what order things happened in, if I hurt my foot first or if I got sick first. But basically I hurt my foot and then got sick, or one of the vice versa. But decided, my running was awful, man. Every run was a grind. I wasn't getting any better, so decided to go ahead and take some time off. Took like 5 days off while I was sick, maybe even longer. I'll have to look back. But beginning of September was really low training. And during that time, I was actually keeping up with my foods. I hit like 100 days in a row of logging everything I eat on my MyFitnessPal, and it was solid, man. It was good. But since lost that. Anyways, so from there, so got sick, hurt my foot, and then I went elk hunting. While I was elk hunting, I was still a little sick the first few days, but the New Mexico elk hunting air cleared me up real good, man. I don't know what it was, but I actually did get feeling better. And then as soon as I got back, I cleaned elk for 2 days, took the rest to the processor, which we'll talk about in my other video. But got back, immediately had to move that week. We sold our house. If you've seen any videos of me in a house, that house is now sold, and this is where I live now. So this is my friend's house. This is his pool house that me and my wife have moved into. And basically our goal with that, man, is we paid off almost all of our debts. We still have a few. Stacked up a bunch of cash for our real estate business. I guess I can't talk about everything, but that's the majority. There's probably some stuff that will come later. But yeah, our goal is we're gonna be living super cheap. You know, it was a bummer to cash out that great interest rate, but yeah, we're blessed to have this opportunity. So that's why we moved. So we moved to cash out and grow our business. All right, let me think. What was else that? So we did elk hunting, moved. Man, I think that's basically where we're at. So this was not your normal elk hunt. One of the guys that was elk hunting with us, he had been elk hunting over the counter almost the whole month of September. He had dropped like 20-30 pounds elk hunting, going hard up and down the mountains, eating like a bird. But my elk hunt, he met up with us and did our elk hunt. My elk hunt, I probably gained 7 pounds on the elk hunt. I gained a bunch of weight. It was just a different kind of hunt. It was a private land hunt. You know, we were able to use utilize side-by-sides, that kind of stuff. It wasn't like a high fence, but it was a lot easier elk hunt. I'll get into the whole deal on a separate video, but it was a blast. Oh, this is actually where the rest of our stuff is stored. Got that from a friend and moved it over here. Saved me the expense of a storage unit for a year, or however long we'll be here, 6 months to a year. 6 months to a year is a goal. I'd like to find some land, but yeah, who knows? So elk hunt moved, and now we're here. Moses, drop that. What are you doing? Dogs, weird. Yeah, so running. So we have moved all of our running schedule. Let me throw up my runs that I have coming up here. I was doing the San Antonio Rock and Roll for a full marathon. That's now going to be my half, and I'm doing the Houston Marathon in January. I had to push my schedule back, which I feel really good about. I just finished, I kind of had to jump into week 2 of this 16-week, and I just did my 8-mile yesterday. Honestly, it went really well. I was in decent shape because I hadn't been, I didn't go crazy, even though I gained some weight. I was being somewhat active elk hunting. It wasn't like I was, just sitting on the feeder or whatever. But anyways, we were in decent shape, and week 15 we just ended. This is Monday. We're starting week 14. So we're 14 weeks out from the Houston Marathon, which is a flat course, good weather. Usually, Houston's humid, but it's typically good weather. So looking forward to that. Should be a good race. Will be my first marathon. I'm doing a sub 4-hour training program, but I've decided that it's my first marathon, man. I'm not going to be super hard on my time. I'm just going to go run the race. If I get it under 4 hours, if I feel like I can, I'm going to send it. If not, then we're just going to finish this 26.2 miles. I've never done it before. Anywhere close to that distance. 13.9 is probably my max. So that's where we're at, man. I'm feeling confident that this training program, should I say confident? Let me think about this. I'm heavy. I'm 242 this morning, which is crazy because I was 234 not that long ago. But I'd really like to get as close to 205 as possible by the marathon. We're 25. This is a 25-mile week. Every week after this goes up. So we're going to be running a lot. And I'm going to try to rein in that diet, especially in the beginning, so I can start eating more towards the end. But yeah, we're starting over today. This is a process, losing weight, hitting your goals, any of that stuff, man. I'm not the guy that knocks it out perfect every time. I've got to adjust constantly and start over sometimes, just the way it is. So that's what we're doing. It's instead of it starting over and it being like 6 months of down the drain, losing everything, it took about 3 weeks off and we're starting over. So that's a little progress, and we're gonna get it. This marathon was originally supposed to happen in May of 2023. So here we are making adjustments. Man, getting sick running really destroys you. Maybe I'm letting it destroy me more than it should, but it's jacked me up. The getting sick that's what happened in spring of last year. That's what happened this fall. Just a week of illness knocked me out and was hard to get back from. And getting injured. I've had 2 foot injuries, the planters, and this recent foot injury, which healed up pretty quick. But yeah, so I'm gonna release this. Check out the elk hunting video, that full story. We'll just, since I'm right here, we'll go show you. This isn't all of the elk meat, but I think we got 82 pounds of ground, but look at all that bright red glorious. I think we're probably 150 pounds off of that. So with everyone we have here and as much meat as I get away, I'm really trying to get to 300 pounds for this season. So I have plenty to get me till next season. So, because that's gonna be primarily what I eat. It usually is anyways, it was last year. But I'm really focusing on just eating game. We're gonna throw in a brisket and steaks every now and then. Briskets for sure, because that's what I use to mix with my ground. So that's where we're at, man. We're gonna keep moving forward, starting week 14 weeks away from a full marathon. We're gonna try to keep you up with the process and see how it goes. Thanks.